Welcome to the Arsenal end of season video.
Yes, welcome indeed to Arsenal's end of season video, which this year we've called Scoring, Scoring Arsenal, mainly due to the fact the Gunners have burst the back of the opposition net an amazing 112 times. So, apart from every goal from every game, what else is there to look forward to? Well, what a season it's been for Thierry Henry. Arsenal's record signing has been a revelation, and he exclusively reveals what it's been like for him during his first year in the Premiership. What sort of year has it been in the eyes of the manager? He takes time out to share one or two of his thoughts on his fourth season in charge. We take tea with Arsenal Managing Director Ken Fryer. Over 50 years at Highbury, man and boy, Ken is retiring as MD, but his final act will be to see through the design and construction of the new stadium. We take a look behind the scenes at Arsenal's space-age new training facility. And we follow the Arsenal to Copenhagen as they look to end their season on a high by lifting the UEFA Cup. So let's go back 9 months to a sunny day at Wembley, where Arsenal began their season taking on treble winners Man United in the Charity Shield. It's a long way out for Bergkamp.
Oh, it's over the line. York's there, it's certainly in now. So here comes Kanu. 1-1. Bosnich sent the wrong way. Kanu's away. And Ray Parlour taking it on the burst. Oh, Arsenal have really turned it round at Wembley. A positive message sent to Manchester United from Arsenal. Watch out for us. Arsenal have the Charity Shield. Cotti going in. Cross came Winterburn. Lennon. It's Guppy's cross. Oh, and Tony Cotti scores the first goal of the new season at Highbury against Arsenal. It's a bit of misjudgment here, and Bergkamp's in. Some early season sharpness from Dennis Bergkamp. And it's 1-1. Kanu has got the better of Taggart. And here's Ore with his first opportunity in Arsenal's colours. Ore. Oh, it's an own goal! What a gift for the Gunners from Frank Sinclair. Ori played a part, but Flowers came out and was beaten by his teammate. Vieira. Petit and Derby have let him turn and paid a hefty price for that. Well, this is a terrific goal from Manu Petit. Schnook. Beck trying to force a way through. Oh, and Delap followed up to devastating effect. Petit. Oh, Derby have stopped for offside, but Bergkamp hasn't. Goal given. And slide rule efficiency from Dennis Bergkamp. Vieira! Corner was crisp from Nelson Vivas. and so too was Patrick Vieira's header. Parler. Parler continuing to run here, and he's tangled with Jacobs. It's a penalty. Well, Kanu scored at Wembley from the spot in the Charity Shield. Takes on Gary Walsh here, and it's 2-0 to Arsenal. McCaw. And really, Arsenal in total control and worth more than their 2-0 lead. Overmars. Still Overmars. It must be 3-0. Oh, off the bar and over. It stays at 2. Nicely done by Dominic Matteo. Liverpool will get a second chance inside the centre circle. Berger. Oh, it's Fowler. Robbie Fowler is the scourge of Arsenal again. So, is it Berger? It is. It's deflected.
So, after a punishing schedule of 6 games in 21 days, Arsenal finished the month in 7th place, 6 points behind the early pace-setters, Manchester United.
Oh, and Manninger just having to hurry his kick a little there. And still Villa probing forward with Merson. And Jochin, the flag has stayed down. Dixon. Arsenal with 1 or 2 problems to have to solve here. And with Davor Schuker around, well, those solutions not too far away. It's a great start for the Croatian. And it's 1-1. So, it's set up for Schuker! Well, no wall strong enough for this. Villa still not allowing Arsenal to settle in possession in midfield, but Kanu works it wide, and it's Overmars who picks up the tempo for Arsenal here, and Kanu's unmarked. Mark Overmars got his positioning right, and it was just a question of crafting the right sort of pass, which he did. Play on, says the referee, and Overmars is certainly sprinting on. Kanu, still Kanu, still Kanu! Well, he deserved the goal. Still looking to open his Arsenal account, and close. Adams fed it into his feet, and he spun and shot and scored. Now Watford with plenty of players back, but Kanu can solve those numbers. The odds were against him. He was so close to the breakthrough. This is Luzhny. Vieira joining those in the centre. Kanu is there. It's the post again. It's a useful length for the throw from Oleg Luzhny. And Kanu! Third time lucky. In coaching theory, well, he shouldn't be allowed to turn here, but Watford failing to deal with an exceptional talent.
An unbeaten September resulted in the Gunners advancing 4 places up the table. just 2 points off the top spot. Arsenal began their Champions League campaign at the Artemio Franchi Stadium in Florence against Italian side Fiorentina. It was a strong performance by the Gunners and one that should have taken all 3 points. Freddie Ljungberg was unable to convert this opportunity set up by Overmars. And the despair on Ljungberg's face soon spread to the rest of the team when Francesco Toldo saved a last-minute penalty from Kanu. 2 points lost, not 1 point gained.
Determined to use the wide spaces of Wembley if he can. Bergkamp. It's Ljungberg. And the Swede has scored against the Swedish club. Well-timed run, lovely pass, fine finish. Ian having to backpedal. By Adams, and Arsenal struggling to get it away, and they want an offside that's not forthcoming, and Nordin has equalised. Long from Winterberg. They found a goal from Thierry Henry. Well, the lead is restored to a real sense of relief. Knocked away by Manninger. Arsenal trying to push out, and if they do, there might be a real break on here. Bergkamp, there could be no offside because Henry was in his own half. Here's Schuker, 3-1. Job done. But they made hard work of it until this sensational finish. And Schuker tapped it in.
One of the most cherished stamps in an Arsenal player's passport must be the one collected from their trip to Barcelona. The capital of the Basque region is one of the most beautiful and easy-going cities in Europe. Professional footballers want to play in the big games, and they don't come much bigger than Barcelona away. Even Dennis Bergkamp had made the trip. It was a relaxed build-up, but a full Nou Camp would be an entirely different proposition. Things didn't start well as they conceded a soft goal to Luis Enrique. But despite being down to 10 men, they fought back. Kanu securing a well-earned point for the Gunners. A Wembley win plus draws in Florence and Barcelona meant Arsenal were well placed before the next group of matches began in October. Strange as it may seem, Arsenal have never owned their own training ground, but that all changed in October 1999. 18 months of planning resulted in the creation of one of the most high-tech, high-spec training facilities in world football, and it was fitting that Minister of Sport and passionate gooner Kate Hoey should do the honours on the opening day.
I wanted something very functional, very bright, very clean, and with top quality material. And that was rehabilitation, with relaxation rooms. And with the pitches outside.
It's wonderful. It's 20 years too late for me, but no, it's fantastic. It's you know, it may extend my career. There's jacuzzis, there's swimming pools, there's weight facilities, there's everything there.
It gives every player, every young player, old player, a perfect opportunity to you know, to get better in his game and his fitness and improve, and it's money well spent for sure. end of the day, he's probably the best around, you know. And even going down to the food itself, the chef, he makes some fantastic food, which is always important. But it's a brilliant place, and I'm just pleased to be there.
In Juventus, we used to train in the old stadium, you know, Stadio Comunale, the old one. So it wasn't that great. I think this is the best I've ever seen.
Personally, I believe it is a big step forward for the club. And the managers in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years can work and improve their players here. The Washington Cup, I must concede that I used it in the recent years mainly for the non-experienced players. I would love to win it as well, but I think as well the policy of the club deserves that the youth team players get a chance in that.
Well, Arsenal well aware of what Preston can do from what happened in the FA Cup last season. And here's Kanu. Round the goalkeeper, a defender left down on the ground, and the ball in the back of the Preston net. Time to run, and when he lengthens the stride, he's got pace to go with a beautiful balance of the tall man, and well, the end was inevitable. Forward by Gregan. And Macken has scored past David Seaman. A corner then to Arsenal. Taken by Silvinho. Mounts! It's found its way in. A goal for the German. He was just loitering on the edge of the penalty area, but loitering with intent. Arsenal back in front 2-1. Oh, it's a great free kick from John Collins. So can Arsenal reply in kind? They've got Bergkamp. So close, it's a goal anyway, and it's scored by Lee Dixon. Well, Ian Wright would have been proud of poaching like this. Off the frame of the goal, and in off the frame of Dixon. Overmars just gliding it on, and Adams had stayed forward, and Overmars. Davor Schuker coming in at the far post. Tony Adams played an important part in this, and Schuker sensed where the chance would be and took it. That's Weir caught in possession by Vieira, turning tackling into counter-attacking. Bergkamp. It's another chance for Schuker. It's another goal for Davor Schuker. Swift and decisive from Arsenal. And they now lead Everton by 3-1. Keown, who remembers his time as an Everton player with affection. Ljungberg has done splendidly to keep it in. Schuker. Kanu! Everton might have thought they had enough players back to deal with the danger, but they were rather static. And Arsenal find a fourth here at Highbury. Petrescu. Wise on the overlap. Petrescu crosses. And Flo heads it into the corner. Nicely done by Wise. 2-0. It's another header to hurt Arsenal. Petrescu this time. Dixon. Overmars. It was a shot, but Kanu's turned it into a goal for him. Well, there might be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here for Arsenal. Overmars. Kanu! He's got his second! And it's 2-2! Well, Arsenal have been on the rack for much of this game, but now they've found some firepower. For Kanu.
The last game in October was probably the poorest game of the whole season. Newcastle were fighting for points, and with new manager Bobby Robson going into the game with a draw at all costs attitude, it was never going to be pretty. Arsenal dropped 2 places in October. Leeds replaced Man United at the top, while newly promoted Sunderland's run of form continued to put them third. The Wembley jinx struck again against Fiorentina. It was a game Arsenal couldn't afford to lose, but a strike from Gabriel Batistuta was enough to knock the Gunners out of the Champions League for the second year running. All that was left was the formality of the last group match against AIK Solna.
Arsenal determined here to do more than just go through the motions. And they've taken the lead through Mark Overmars. Petit's pinpoint pass. And a one-touch finish from the Dutchman. Well, there could be a problem here. It's a big problem for Arsenal because AIK have equalised through Anderson. Vieira. Petit. Kanu. Oh, and Overmars thinking quickly, moving quickly and scoring his second goal of the game. Vieira. Shuka going on into the centre as Kanu veers right. And isn't deterred by 2 defenders, and Davo Shuka has just stuck out a leg to score at the far post. Change of pace from Kanu. And a cross into the perfect place for the Predator, Shuka. It's another chance here for Anderson. He scored his second.
On the day we probably didn't perform as well as we can. Away from home we've done well. We've got picked up some good points. Maybe we should have beat Fiorentina. And Barcelona we played very well and could come away with a draw. So we've done okay away. But at home, like Wembley, it isn't our home. It was like us playing away really as well. And I think that did probably affect us in the end.
In the end, that victory over Solna wasn't enough for Arsenal to qualify for the second phase. Their home form should improve next season when the Gunners play their matches at Highbury. One of the famous back five, Lee Dixon, led his kids out on an emotional night as he was rewarded with a testimonial against Real Madrid. A crowd of over 22,000 turned out to say a big thank you.
Can Vieira get there? He does! Grimondi. Shuka. Bergkamp. It's a second for Arsenal. Welcome back to Ian Wright. Wright is in the centre, yes, Ian Wright. But it's Mounts! A goal worthy of Wright. Karenberg. Trying to go it alone. He has done. And Real Madrid have scored.
It was an unbelievable feeling, and it's one that's hard to put into words. I thought I'd seen and experienced everything at club level and international level. The ups and the downs and the winning trophies, and I thought I'd experienced it all. But to actually have a crowd that turn up just for you is, you know, it brought a tear to my eye, and I'm not ashamed to admit that.
That's lovely. From Bergkamp to Overmars to 1-0 to Arsenal. There's a real menace about Arsenal every time they come forward. Overmars. Petit. Easily slipping Gascoigne. Bergkamp. Middlesbrough trying to stem the flow with numbers, but Bergkamp gets the better of everyone. You could see the desire. It's Janino trying to curb Bergkamp, but others then stood off, and he really let rip. Ljungberg, and Bergkamp is off, and it's another goal for Arsenal. Was there any doubt? He made up the ground and slid it beyond Schwarzer. Well, it's Mark Overmars. Touched onto the post and then put away. Quick reactions from Overmars here, and Schwarzer will feel he's a bit unlucky. Now Rickard. He's got Brian Dean with him. Oh, but he doesn't need him. So Hamilton Rickard on the mark for Middlesbrough. Parlour. Schuker able to really measure across. And Mark Overmars raises his arms in triumph. He's got a hat-trick. Schuker played a part on the left, and it was Vivas who teed it up for Overmars' great moment. Rigo's header. And there's some pace and purpose about this attack for Derby, and Sturridge, who's got a good record on this ground, has improved it. Burton trying to sweep it forward, and Arsenal looking for some forward momentum of their own. Overmars pass, and Henry's got the pace and everything else as well that was needed in that situation. Electrifying break from Arsenal, and it's 1-1. Winterburn. More softly the approach at the moment. But Overmars starting to go through the gears and picking out Henry! Well, it was a move that gathered momentum and was splendidly rounded off by Thierry Henry.
2 wins and a draw in the league were enough for Arsenal to change places with Sunderland and still keep in touch with the leaders.
Rickard. Oh, and it's found a way past the rather disappointed Manninger. Ince, but he can't hold off. Henry! Great goal! Well, it's typical this of Thierry Henry's growing confidence. That's marvellous. Ochuka follows up. Arsenal have the lead, and Davor Schuka took the chance. This then for 2-2, and Ricardo's got his second. So now it's Matthew Upson. Oh, it's not Arsenal's night in the shootout. Mark Overmars against Landreau, scores! Goalkeeper got to it, couldn't keep it out. Well, this is more like it from Arsenal. Vieira. It's Winterburn. Oh! Well, that is Nigel Winterburn's first goal in Europe, and it's fabulous. Overmars. Bergkamp. There might be another one here for Arsenal. There is. They lead Nantes by 3-0. And this should make the second leg something of a formality. Sibierski! Well, it's been coming from Nantes. Overmars. And it's Grimaldi! And it's a vital away goal. Grimaldi back in France, and certainly feeling that he's on the right side. Henry. Arsenal have got all that early anxiety, it seems, out of their system. And Nantes scored once and might have had 3. And Arsenal have 2. And it's another French flourish. Henry this time. First time, it's zipped in. Overmars, can he get away? Mark Overmars got the angles absolutely right. And Arsenal really flexing their muscles towards the finish of this first half. Well, throughout the time, Nantes have played some very neat and tidy football. And they're not giving it up because Sibierski has scored for the second time this evening. It's Fahid Roa, and they've got another one. Grimaldi! It's 3 in 3 for Gilles Grimaldi. Well, quite fantastic for the Frenchman. Goals, not his game really, but he's hit a very hot streak. Oh, it's a chance, and a goal from Clarkson. Blackburn have scored. Well, it's way over him. Overmars. Well, a sense of relief as well as celebration here. Henry with the acrobatics. Hit and hoped by Overmars, but what a terrific finish by the skipper. Overmars. comfort of the 2-goal advantage, but it's come very late. And Mark Overmars, in the 90th minute, makes it 3 for Arsenal. A goal! Grimondi! Gilles Grimondi climbed well. Look at the room here for Henry. Savage trying to close him down. And Henry just dismisses him. Well, it's ended up in the back of the net with Lee Dixon claiming it. Might just have gone in off Steve Guppy. Henry. Winterburn with him, and also Stephen Hughes here. And it's 3. Overmars gets this one, and Arsenal here at Filbert Street, where Leicester have been doing so well, are in total control. Came off for the head of Kanu, back by Petit. Kanu! Oh, it's a tap-in for Freddie Ljungberg. Well, you don't see Radaby turn that easily, but Kanu got the better of him. Martin could only push it out, and Ljungberg did the rest for Arsenal. Kanu. He's lost Woodgate this time. And here's Henry. Henry's through! A really incisive and inspirational piece of play from Arsenal. And Leeds are labouring here at Highbury. They're 2-0 down.
Going into the new century, Arsenal still occupying 3rd place, well in touch with the leaders. This match was nearly as poor as the home game against Newcastle United, with Leicester City proving just as difficult to break down. 0-0 after 90 minutes, so a replay was needed to decide who went through to the 5th round. An inspired Tim Flowers helped Leicester take the replay to penalties. 210 minutes without a goal, and Peggy Afaxad took over and saved Gilles Grimondi's effort to end the Gunners' FA Cup dreams.
He's on the move, and he's in behind Sheffield Wednesday here. It's Petit for Arsenal. Ljungberg, little cushion pass by Henry, and Petit, even Des Walker couldn't catch him. Now Alexanderson, they just make a yard for the cross. Put in the end by Nolan. And Simon scores from beyond the far post. Here's Henry off and running again. Oh, it's fizz past Sorensen. There's no doubt the Sunderland goalkeeper will be disappointed that this got past him, but just look at the power from Thierry Henry. Henry. Now Schuker. Ljungberg bursting infield. Davo Schuker! Wonderful goal! Well, he's got a whole portfolio of those. This is world class from Davor Schuker. Perfect trajectory, perfect placement via the post. Sunderland hesitated, and at this level, he who hesitates is lost. When Butler was trying to let it run, and Davor Shuker said thank you very much indeed. Oh, it's Niall Quinn! So Sunderland have got something to bite on at the start of the second half. Henry skips round Bold. Can Arsenal wrap it up here? And it's embarrassing for Steve Bold to see the young French forward nip past him. Stam has hesitated, and Ljungberg has cashed in on that fatal fall there from Jaap Stam. Out of character for him. An Arsenal lead at Old Trafford. Forward by Key. Giggs. Tyler trying to stop the cross, he can't do that. Out comes Seaman with a fist. Back by Beckham, and a goal for Sheringham.
Arsenal consolidated their position in the league, still in third place and still in touch with the leaders.
Oh, it's a goal! Wow! True professional. Reflection of it! That's what he came here for. What a goal! Doubting his fitness for a while now. Can you see where he's going? Doesn't matter. Oh, and he's marked it in. I'll certainly be rocking out tonight.
Celebrate like you scored it with paddypower.com.
From
EDF Energy, supplying energy to millions of homes and businesses.
The new bigger, better Citroën Berlingo loads pallets in seconds.
Because of geography, because of pearl divers and gold traders, because they have, and simply because they can. Dubai is now the most extraordinary city in the world. And your doorway to more than 100 places on Earth. Fly Emirates to 6 continents. Because she was born in Sao Paulo. Because she loved putting on a good show. And a good story. Because she was top of her class in French. Milena is one of our cabin crew. Together they come from more than 100 nations, so you'll always feel a little more at home with us, wherever you're from. Fly Emirates to more than 100 destinations.
This is Dave. He's shopping, but he'd rather be somewhere else. If you're an Arsenal season ticket holder who can't make it to the game, there's someone there who can. All you have to do is log on to the official Arsenal website and follow the links for the ticket exchange, and you can help other club members like Dave get to the game and make sure there isn't a spare seat in the Emirates. It's safe, secure and convenient, and you'll get 90% of the ticket value reimbursed back against your next season ticket renewal. Plus, Dave gets to see his beloved Arsenal. If you're a member and haven't got a ticket for the match, there still may be tickets available on the Arsenal Ticket Exchange. For more information, visit www.arsenal.com/membership.
Where do they get their energy from?
EDF Energy, supplying energy to millions of homes and businesses.
Bergkamp. Look again how well Southampton are grouped defensively. Dixon won it from Cashlul. Bergkamp. Ljungberg. Goal! Bergkamp able to turn, just roll it through. It was the earliness of the shot. Adams. Southampton retreat, but they've got to make challenges in those sort of areas. Adams, delightful ball for Silvinho. Bergkamp! Oakley takes. Lundekvam. Richards! They have scored the next goal. A sublimely worked set piece. And it's 2-1. Dean Richards. Ljungberg. Well, Patrick Vieira went in. Freddie Ljungberg getting some of the congratulations as well. The fact is, it is 3-1.
We've been quite good at home, but we lost, two big games against Liverpool and Man U. So, that could have affected us as well. But as you said, the away form was the main disappointment.
February was a bad month for Arsenal. Only 3 points gained resulted in Manchester United starting to pull away, opening up a 10-point gap on the Gunners.
Forward by Keogh. Donato going across with Henry. Oh, it's Lee Dixon! Where did he come from? And Deportivo still don't know the answer. Bergkamp took that nicely on the half turn. That enabled the pass to go to Overmars. In comes Henry! Slick and snappy from Arsenal. It's Jalminia to jangle some Arsenal nerves here. It's 2-1. Petit with the free kick. And round the back, Thierry Henry with a header. Petit spotted him, and Henry spotted the back of the net. Oh, Kanu! Oh! Wonderful finish! Smiles all around Highbury. And Jacques Songo left in a heap by Kanu. So Bergkamp stays on and takes the free kick. and scores from it via the deflection. And heads for the bench to be replaced now by Ray Parlour. Kanu. Ori! It's 6-1 now on aggregate for Arsenal against the leaders of Spain's Primera Liga. Oh, they've got one through Victor. Closing seconds now. Well, it's another goal. And Arsenal have lost tonight. Oh, Walker! The youngster has scored for Aston Villa. Vieira. Kanu trying to move the defenders around. And it's Dixon! And Lee Dixon! Well, he's pulled the rabbit out of the hat at the right moment. Well, this is some of the old Arsenal fighting spirit from one of the old guard. There's no flag. It's Ori in the clear. It's Arsenal in the lead. Werder Bremen got that all wrong defensively. Kanu. It's a bit of a miss kick, but Freddie Ljungberg has cashed in on that. Well, maybe a stroke of fortune here, which could mean a great deal in the long run in the UEFA Cup for Arsenal. Kanu. Here's Parlour. It's bending, it's in! It's Ray Parlour's first goal in European club football. What a time to get it, and my goodness me, what a way to get it. And Parlour is looking for more here. And he's got more! Off the same post. And Arsenal have come here to Germany tonight, and they now lead by 2-0 here, 4-0 on aggregate. Heads on with the corner. That Boda. Kanu. And here's Parlour. Will he go it alone? He'll look for Henry. Well, Thierry Henry almost reluctant to accept any credit here. But it needed knocking in, and knock it in he did. Another goal for Werder Bremen, Bogdanovic. Kanu. Parlour's on the move, and he's onside. He's never scored a hat. To have a better chance, he's got it. This is Ray Parlour's party.
To score 1 or 2 goals in a game is fantastic. To score 3 and never been done it before was even more special, you know. And I got the match ball, so I took that home. So I'll keep that and treasure that for the rest of my life, probably, you know.
Campbell trying to keep an eye on Adams here. Silvino swings in the corner. Goal! And I wonder whether that came off a Tottenham player, possibly Chris Armstrong. Arsenal go to Henry. This should tell us. Own goal. Anderson. On from Carr. Now Ginola. Oh, that's a sweet header at the right. The same player, Armstrong. Parlour. Parlour again. Penalty. Tarico's trip. Henry taking on the responsibility here against Ian Walker. To Arsenal. And all that that means in the North London derby. Looked to Grizovic in the eyes. Steered it past the veteran goalkeeper. And it happened almost in a blur. Low from Petit. Goal, Grimandi! Well, he's having quite a season when it comes to goal scoring. Petit. No offside. Kanu. Overmars waiting for the pass. He's still waiting. And Kanu, not for the first time this season, has left a goalkeeper in total disarray. Poor Steve Grizovic.
March was the month where Arsenal conceded the league title, but they could still qualify for a coveted Champions League place. It wasn't going to be easy though.
Petit. First run for Bergkamp. Oh, he's round the goalkeeper. Can he put it away? You bet he can. A really flying start. Sikora just buying Lens a little bit of time here. Henry! Well, that's a truly wonderful goal from Thierry Henry. It's a cameo of his current form. Here's Numa! And there's life in Lens yet. Petit. And Overmars. He's given the green light here. He's got Kanu with him. And Arsenal are surely in the final now. Unselfish work from Mark Overmars. And now those Arsenal fans can start making their plans for Copenhagen.
When Arsene Wenger led World Cup winner Thierry Henry out for a photo call, not many predicted the kind of impact he would have on Arsenal and the Premiership. Thierry was a player the manager knew very well from his days at Monaco. He'd always kept a close watch on his career. If Arsene had got his way, Thierry would have been an Arsenal player 12 months earlier.
In Monaco, the president didn't want to speak with Arsenal, I don't know why, but I was very close. Arsenal wanted to buy me and I wanted to move for Arsenal, but the president, the chairman of Monaco didn't want to, so I went to Juve after that.
I knew him when I was in Monaco, was one of my youth team players, and I made him start in a professional team as a central striker. And that was the only game he got as a central striker ever. It was 17 in a few months. And since then he has always played on the flank. I signed him then because he had the pace, the physical power, the spirit, and I believe the potential to play central striker.
When I first arrived here all the time, I used to read on the newspaper, yeah, he's the most expensive player for Arsenal and all this kind of thing, you know. But for me, I just wanted to show for my partners, for my manager, I mean Arsene Wenger, I mean the boss. I wanted, and for the fans as well, I wanted to show I could play for Arsenal and I could do some really good thing for them. When I came on the pitch, I mean after in the second half, I received a standing ovation, and it was so great for me. But I missed as well so many chances that game. I think I could score 3 goals.
4 goals like this, a lethal combination of pace, strength and close control that defenders at home and abroad have had difficulty overcoming.
I like the goals against Middlesbrough in League Cup. I like as well the goal in Watford. I like the goal as well against Bradford as well. And the goal against Chelsea.
Arsenal supporters have witnessed some great Henry goals and have enjoyed each strike on target as much as the player himself. But they would like to know a couple of things. For example, what's the reason behind this celebration? And what about this one?
I can tell you about the elbow because it's something I wanted to do something for somebody, but after I left the finger just on my mouth, that's as well was for somebody. So it's I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know why I have to do that. It's just like that.
Well, if you're looking for an answer, then my guess is that Ian Wright is the man to ask. Arsenal's record goal machine certainly wasn't shy in the goal celebration department, and he's a player Thierry knows plenty about.
I have the tape of Ian Wright, all the goals he scored. And sometimes, to be honest, I like to watch the tape because I like Ian as a player and as a person as well. When you speak about the club, then that means as well the fans, and I like to enjoy sometimes when I score or when I have to do something on the pitch, and I like to enjoy that with the fans, and Ian Wright used to do that all the time. The Arsenal fans they had Ian Wright, then they had Niklas, then I wanted to make them happy. It was very important for me to play well and to score some few goals.
Henry's goals have thrust him well and truly into the spotlight. He's quickly having to get used to being the centre of attention. But for a young man earning his living in London, how does he relax away from the pitch?
I like to do some shopping sometimes, go to the cinema. That's good. Sometimes that's good as well to stay at home, to watch TV, just relax. And I like to love with my friends as well. I like that very much. But that's it. I think it's like I told you earlier. For me, it's very important to stay close to my friend.
Thierry Henry, a natural-born goalscorer and someone who's bound to feature heavily in Arsenal headlines over the years ahead.
Hughes. And the header from Lund. Keown. Really into the heart of Wimbledon's defending where Kanu was awaiting. And Kanu has levelled it for Arsenal here. 1 or 2 Wimbledon looks across at the assistant because Bergkamp was trying to get through on his own, but then Kanu took over. It's Kanu! He got the touch! It's his second! Silvino's corner. And Kanu gets the better of Sullivan again. So here goes Henry. And it's 3-1 at Selhurst Park to Arsenal. Bergkamp. Parler. Henry! Crisp as you like for Arsenal. And Thierry Henry's hot streak continues at Elland Road. Swung in by Petit. Keown. Second attempt. Martin Keown, second goal for Arsenal today. The header blocked and then rammed in with the right foot. Silvinho. It's still Silvinho. And Kanu gets the honour of scoring the goal, but he'd be the first to admit that Silvinho was the major player in this particular Arsenal move. All his own work till it came to the finish, and Kanu was on hand for that. Vieira. Overmars. Mark Overmars adds to Arsenal's glee here at Elland Road. And that's a goal that will do his form the world of good. It's a probing pass by Petit, and there's no offside, and an air of inevitability about what happened next from Thierry Henry. His first season in English football, he came here and started by missing chances. Now he's taking them all. Henry. Oh, and it's Robinson playing Parler onside, and Ray Parler round the goalkeeper. 2 for Arsenal. Watford defending well up the pitch, all except one man. Henry. Still Henry, the opposition just melted away from him. Well, we need an extra supply of superlatives for this fella. And it's 3-0 to the Gunners. So Cox has a crack. Comes off the Arsenal wall. And it's turned in at the far post by Helgeson. Hyde on the scene again. Oh, and Seaman beaten by the bounce. Bergkamp and Overmars with a little private game of their own. And Mark Overmars is away here. Overmars scores! Unchallenged in the end. Everton were watching the other runners, but not the man who carried the most threat.
What a month for the Gunners. A UEFA Cup final, 4 straight victories in the league, and they were within touching distance of qualifying for the Champions League.
Fired across by Sinclair. It's Di Canio. He scored against Arsenal again. Adams. Kanu. Overmars, he's too quick for Foe. Still Overmars. Well, it looked as though he'd let Foe get back. But in the end, Mark Overmars came up with the shot that Arsenal needed to get them level at 1-1. Petit. Oh, it's deflected! To Arsenal's huge advantage. West Ham thought they might have cleared the long throw, but Petit had a crack, and that's his reward. It's misjudged by Leboeuf, and Henry. Leboeuf gets back. It's still Henry. It's a goal. Frank Leboeuf let Thierry Henry in in the first place and couldn't repair the damage. Melchiot. It's a finely judged challenge by Tony Adams. On from Bergkamp for Henry. Desai is brushed aside by Henry. And you don't see that happen very often. No respecter of reputations here, Henry. He's making a reputation of his own. Desai left in a heap. Chelsea 2 down. Here's Tom. In towards Poyet. Well, he's always such a menace for Chelsea, and it's 2-1.
My aim was, of course, to win the championship and to win the Champions League and to win the FA Cup and the Worcester Cup. That's always your aim. And to play the best football your fans have ever seen. But you know that will not be completed. But you know as well you go into a season. If you don't think like that, you have no chance to do it.
German midfielder Stefan Maltz was one of 2 players recruited to help Arsene in his plan to win everything in sight. Oleg Luzhny, the other, from Dynamo Kiev.
Of course, Thierry Henry is a revelation for everybody because he just came here, nobody knew him well, and in a different position, and finally made it as a central striker. Silvino is an outstanding player and an outstanding prospect. He's instant success, and I would like as well, in that occasion, to say thanks to Nigel Winterburn because he gives him good advice. He helps him to settle in, and I know that it is not easy for Nigel, who is such a fighter and such a winner, but it shows one more sign of class, how much he has helped Silvino to settle in. I spoke with Davor and explained him the situation when he signed here, but he could play, he could not play, and he accepted the situation, and in fairness he behaved very well.
Davor Shuka, wonderful goal!
Every campaign starts with great expectations for the players and fans alike. Thankfully, Arsenal were able to rescue a season that was heading for disappointment.
I thought that we were at the point of a season where we had to look at ourselves, everybody, and think, if we don't react, we are not in Europe next season. And not being in Europe would mean a turning point for the club and a very dangerous point for the club, because of course today, with the wages you pay financially, you need to be in Europe. And I still believe that this team had enough honesty, spirit and desire to reverse the situation. At the beginning of the season you prepare yourself to do well in the Champions League, and suddenly you're in a different cup. So at the beginning it looks a little bit weird, but after the first games of Nantes, I thought, okay, let's try to do well in there, because there are top-class teams in it. It is exciting to qualify, you have something to go for, and to believe that maybe you still can make of an average season a great season. And as well, I believe that it helped us to think that we can do well away, because when you won in Werder Bremen at an important moment of the season, because after that we had 4 away games, it helped us confidence-wise to persuade everybody that we can win the games.
38 games played, second place in the league for the 2nd year in a row, and Champions League football once again to look forward to next season. A fantastic effort by the Gunners. The final league table didn't signify the end of the season for Arsenal, as there was the small matter of the UEFA Cup final to look forward to. Copenhagen was the romantic setting, evoking memories of their victory in the same city in the Cup Winners' Cup 6 years earlier. Arsene Wenger supervised training the evening before the final. Lee Dixon took part in the session and proved that his groin problem had cleared up. And for the rest of the team, it was a chance to get a feel of the surroundings in preparation for the next evening. They couldn't be better prepared. One man with a keen eye on things was Alan Smith, the hero of '94.
It's great coming back because it does jog a few memories, and just looking at the side of the pitch where I scored, and I think there's still a mark on the goalpost. I mean, a lot has been talked about this competition being devalued, and I suppose if we're being honest it is, but it's still well worth winning. You know, at the end of the day there's still only 2 European trophies you can win. Champions League is the big one, we all know that, but the UEFA Cup, I think if you look back in the summer and that's on the sideboard, you've got to call that a great achievement.
Wednesday morning in Copenhagen, and if you're sightseeing, then the Little Mermaid must be top of your list, alongside the Neerhaven area of the city next to the canal. It was a beautiful start to the day for the supporters of each team.
So the team's on their way out for the UEFA Cup final of the year 2000. Here's Park. Bit of a miskick by Bergkamp. Over Mars. Had a look to see what was on in the centre. Went for goal himself. And Taffarel, my goodness, needed to stop that. It looked as though it was going inside that near post. It certainly was. Hakan. And this is Arif. There's no flag! Oh, he's missed it. Still 0-0. Hakan! Challenged maybe in the nick of time by Keown, out of the post. Henry. Now the turn of foot from the Frenchman. Oh, Keown! What a chance! Never quite as easy as it looks when you're lunging in, and Keown couldn't keep it down. Henry. Overmars is waiting for what he hoped would be the golden goal. Couldn't force it in and win the UEFA Cup for Arsenal. Parlour worked it wide well this time. It's Henry! Taffarel has kept it out somehow. But against 10 men, Arsenal starting to stretch the play. Brilliant ball from Parlour. Not tonight for Thierry Henry. Popescu can win it here for Galatasaray. He's done it!
Normally that's where we'd end this video, but not this time. We're going to look back and look forward with a man who is Arsenal through and through. For half a century, Ken Fryer has served Arsenal Football Club with distinction. In the summer of 2000, he retires as managing director, a post he's held for nearly 20 years. His final act will be to give the club he loves a new home.
Can you remember the configuration of this ground when you first joined?
Yes, oh yes, yes. That area under there was originally all standing, as indeed underneath here. The North Bank was just one massive bank.
How he came to work at Highbury is a boy's own fantasy come true.
I was a youngster playing football in the street outside, and the ball went underneath a large car. So I got under the car to get the ball, and a voice boomed at me and said, "What are you doing, boy?" And it turned out to be the manager of the day, a chap called George Allison. I was asked to come back to the stadium the following day. Frankly, I thought I was in for a rollicking, but came back and was offered a job at 2 and 6pence a week, as 12.5 pence today, but running messages between the commissionaires on the front door and the main office. And that's what I did for some years.
And how old were you?
I was 12. I'm now 65, so that's 53 and a bit years. It never ever occurred to me that one day I might be sitting at this famous desk. It is a famous desk. It was the desk of Herbert Chapman and great people before me, such as Bob Wall sat here, George Allison sat here, Tom Whittaker sat here, a lot of people whose names have become legendary over those years.
I think he's as good an executive as I have known in 40 years of business. Very modest, unassuming man. Overseen major changes in football and at Arsenal.
I think the achievements really are those of the players and the managers that make it all possible. People like me just oil the wheels to make sure they can do their job. So I think the achievements are others, not mine. I think if I was walking out of this door and never returning, then it would be an impossible venture, because it's been the major part of my life. I've been very fortunate to be invited to remain on the main board, and I'll be spending my time in the future for some while yet in coordinating the relocation of the stadium. You have Drayton Park, which is over here, have Holloway Road, which is somewhere over here, and Finsbury Park, which is just up north of there. This is the stadium here. There's the tube station, just there, and instead of coming out of the tube and turning left, if one goes to the east stand, come out of the tube here and turn, and this is the site here. So you can see we're very well served, and it should be fine. So there's your new task, just operate the new 60,000-seater stadium by Wednesday. We've got a new MD that's joined us already, and it's a chap called Keith Edelman. Keith is taking over from me on the 1st of June. I think he's going to be an excellent replacement. Got vast experience, far more than I have, so I think he'll do really well for us. The Ashburton Grove site was introduced to the club by a company, Anthony Green and Spencer, and we've spent the last 18 months working on that. We've now got to a situation where planning briefs have been approved for both Ashburton Grove, which is where we hope the stadium will go, and Highbury, of course. And we are now planning to submit a full planning application in October of 2000. Hopefully that will get successfully determined by early part of 2001, and once we've got full planning consent, then we'll move on to construct the stadium.
He's got a great relationship with all the local people and the council. Everybody trusts him. He's honest, straightforward, very efficient person, and it's going to be due to him that the new stadium's going to be built.
It's been a great journey for me, and it's been a great privilege to be here. I will be staying on afterwards to help in the relocation of the stadium for a while, and that will still give me the opportunity of seeing the people I've grown up with, and indeed staying on for the matches, and hopefully seeing that stadium come out of the ground. That would be my dream now, to see that happen.
So that's it then for another season. It may have ended in disappointment in Copenhagen, but Arsenal's main objective of qualifying for the Champions League was achieved. Thanks for watching, and see you next season.